Hyperliquid exploded onto the scene just a few short months ago, seeing a rapid increase in transactions, volume, and new users coming onto the platform. And Hyperliquid is a lot more than the standard shitcoins and meme coins that we see so much of in the market today. It's actually got its own blockchain. Now, after the initial surge, the price has stagnated and declined in recent times, but in the last couple of days and weeks, the price has started to recover. And now the question as always becomes, should you be putting your money into the Hyperliquid blockchain, or should you be looking for a safer bet like Bitcoin? What's up, crypto gang, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at Hyperliquid, and as always we're going to look at what Hyperliquid is and what features it offers. Then we're going to look at the on-chain data that matters, and then we're going to have a look at the technical analysis. So let's dive straight into it, starting off with CoinGecko. We can see the market cap is currently $5.57 billion, and we've got a fully diluted valuation of $16.7 billion. So only about 37% of the tokens are currently on the market. We can see that huge run up in growth, then a slight decline. It was mean reverting for a while and then a further decline, but it started to recover in recent times. And we just want to look at what's actually behind that recent recovery. So looking at Hyperliquid and what it actually is, so we can trade spot on the platform. We can use the vaults and staking to get yield on our tokens. And if we come over here to the testnet, we see that we can do perpetual futures. So that's going long and short on the market using leverage. And we can see that there's a huge amount of choice and options for different tokens that we can go long and short on. And that's one of the reasons why Hyperliquid is so popular. When we come over here to Dune Analytics and we can compare Hyperliquid against the other perpetual dexes, we can see that Hyperliquid is absolutely dominating in terms of volume and users on the platform. So it is the #1 perpetual dex, and by a long way as well. Looking at the total value locked, and we can see that that was increasing very nicely, and then it mean reverted just like the market cap, and in recent times it's declined rapidly. And the recovery in the total value locked doesn't really match the recovery in the market value. It's a bit lower. Looking at the tokenomics, and we can see it stays quite flat until the end of 2025, and then it does move up steeply with a ton of unlocks to the core contributors and community rewards. And then from the start of 2028, the community rewards really start to grow. So the amount of inflation in the token is quite a lot. There's another 60% of the token to come onto the market, and with that amount of inflation, we're going to need to see new users coming into the platform continuously to fuel stable growth on the blockchain. So looking at the on-chain data and the Hyperliquid stats, and we can see the volume was going up very nicely at the start, but now it's rather rapidly declining. And we can see that the open interest is coming down as well. The annualized funding rates as well, we can see we were earning up to 50% interest on our Bitcoin at one time, but now we're achieving negative funding rates. We can see the profits that Hyperliquid makes when various different whales are getting liquidated was moving up very nicely over time, until recently we had a big decline when the whales had some big wins, and now it's kind of moving along sideways. It's not going up as fast as it used to, and we can see that the amount of liquidations have come down quite a bit as well. The inflows again were going up very nicely at the start, but at the moment we tend to have negative inflows or outflows. And one last thing that I'd like to look at on chain, and that's the cumulative new users. So we can see the number is going up very nicely, but it's not going up as fast as it used to. And for the market cap to grow continually, we're going to need to see this number level out or even come back up, because new users are going to be needed to make this coin grow into the future. Okay, so finally looking at TradingView, and we can see the all-time high here. It came down 56% from the all-time high, and we are currently sitting 42% under the all-time high. So if we were to get back up to the all-time high, we would be making a 71% gain, but you can see there's significant resistance here on the way back up. So it's not going to be as straightforward as some other tokens to get back to its all-time high. Now, would I be investing in Hyperliquid? I think with the amount of new users declining and the inflationary nature of the token, I think it doesn't make a good investment at the moment. If I was looking for something safer, I'd be putting my money into Bitcoin. And if I was looking for something with a bit more high beta, a bit more risk, and a bit more reward, I would probably be looking at something on the base chain, even something simple like a Toshi or a Virtuals protocol. I think Hyperliquid offers exceptional utility, but as an investment, I don't really like the tokenomics and I don't really like the returns that I'm getting. I think I can get better returns somewhere else. So that wraps up today's video, and if you like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video, and you can also join our free community on Telegram, which is growing rapidly.